Hey everyone, welcome back to the desk. I am just back from an epic trip, but before I talk about that, I want to talk about this. If you followed me for a while, you know that Adventure Otaku used to be Paddling Otaku. It started as a kayaking blog, which I used to help me write my first book, Enlightened Kayaking. It has since morphed into a much broader enterprise encompassing gear and backpacking and the other books that I've written. But back in 2012 and 2014, I wrote about craftsmanship a couple of times. I don't own a lot of stuff. The stuff that I do own, I like to be nicely built. I want to know that it's going to last a long time. I like products that offer good quality, and a great example of that is the Werner paddles that I paddle with. They're handmade, they're not ridiculously expensive, it's a relatively small company, and yeah, it's more than a $60 paddle, but you get so much more for that. A lot of the gear that we buy is designed to be used and then break, and then you throw it away, and that just drives me crazy. So with that in mind, about a month ago, I decided to try and find a tool roll to carry my nav gear, my dividers, my compasses, things like that. And I couldn't find anything that I liked, but then I remembered that a friend of mine, a woman that used to work with me, now runs a leather company, and she makes mostly stuff for Ren Fair and cosplay folks, though I think she does some wallets and stuff like that. So I did a sketch and sent it off to her to ask her if it was something she could make for me, and she was like, yes, absolutely. She gave me a little bit of a break on the price. I don't want to say how much, because I've worked with her and I've known her for a long time now. But she does such beautiful work. And so I wanted to show you what came back. This is the tool roll that I got. So I made a sketch and did some measurements of the things that I wanted to fit inside of it. And you're getting a bigger view of the desk because I wanted to have the space to roll this out. And so it fits my dividers, it fits my compass, oop, that fell out, a couple pencils. I'm sure I had a great idea for something that was gonna go in here, but I don't remember what it was now. But just really beautiful, a nice soft piece of leather. It ties up beautifully. I love the sort of rough edge on the side. I'm just super happy with it. I can't stress enough that you should find people in your life that make beautiful things and support them with your dollars. It's just so nice to have something like this. The pieces slide in. I was really worried that my measurements were off, but everything fits perfectly. My pencils are just a hair too long, but that's not a big deal. And then it just rolls up. And I'm hiding from you the coolest part of this. I open this up this way, which is really the bottom, because look at the top. She put my logo in it. I don't even know how you do that. It is just super cool. And so I'm in love with this thing. This thing is just everything that I want and like in a piece of gear. Her name is Jenny, and she runs a website called Skapa Leather. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but scapaleather.com. I don't want you to see her phone number, but scapaleather.com. And I asked her, she'll make custom pieces, but it's sort of a one-off kind of a thing. And it takes a little while, depends on how busy she is, but she did say that she doesn't like saying no to people. But even if it's not Ginny at Skapa Leather, find someone that does stuff that's of high quality, that'll last a long time. And you'll get so much more for your dollar, and you're supporting someone with a skill set. It's just a really great thing, which is really sort of how I view the way that I teach kayaking and other stuff, is that I want you to have a really amazing experience in dealing with an individual as opposed to dealing with a big giant company. I can really tailor what I want to teach people. It's as close to craftsmanship as I can get, really. But yeah, so I just wanted to throw this out there. Check out her website. She makes really great stuff. As I mentioned, I just got back from an epic trip. I'm still looking through all the footage. I'm going to start editing soon, so that should be up hopefully next week, but maybe 2 weeks. It looks a little bit like this.
Confusing. It's so confusing.
Really stable. And I'll see you outside.